Hi, I'm Barb. Welcome to my craft studio. I have a haul to share. I went to Michael's, Walmart, Joann, and I got a Totally-Tiffany order. And I also had signed up for a, see, I got my regular mail in here too, a reading program. I forget what it was called. Let's see if I can find the flyer here. Welcome to the hashtag Things You Save Book Early Reader campaign. So they sent me this book, which doesn't officially release until August. So I'm supposed to read it and review it and then use the hashtag and share my, review it, but share my thoughts on it, say whether I enjoyed it or whatever. So I've got to get that book started and so I can get it finished in time. Be nice to have it finished before it actually gets released so that, maybe it will help somebody else make a decision on whether to get it or check it out or whatever. I went to Walmart. I found these on clearance. They're little Velcro dots. I figured I could use those in crafting, so I picked them up. So I grabbed those. And then I found a couple of Halloween, Valentine's Day fat quarter bundles on clearance. This one was, they were both $2 each. So I picked those two up. And then I also picked up this Wonder Woman cotton panel. I think I'm going to try to make a quilt and do like a quilted side on one and then put the cotton panel on the other. I wish I could find one like this with Supergirl on it. That would be awesome. Michael's, I had a $10 rewards from Joann. So I used it at Michael's because they accepted it. These were $2 a piece, so I picked up 5 of them. My Joann rewards basically paid for these. I'm actually going to take these and have hubby drill holes in them and use them outside for planting stuff. I've done that before. They seem to hold up really well, and they're a lot cheaper than buying actual gardening planters. And then I found some Dilutions paints on clearance. I think they were $2.24. So not as good a deal as Hobby Lobby, because Hobby Lobby has some of them clearanced for $1.24. But I didn't find these colors at Hobby Lobby. This one's called Cut Grass, and this one's called Marbled Chocolate. I think that's what it says. Melted chocolate, sorry. Marbled. And then I found this on clearance. It was 60% off. If they'd had more, I'd have bought more, but they only had the one. Because I'm trying to get in my closet, in our clothes closet, I have a metal cube unit. And I'm going to add an extra shelf in between because I had a couple of those units. And we keep like our socks and underwear and, things like that in it. So I wanted some smaller ones because right now it has the great big ones, and sometimes it's hard to find what I'm looking for because those are so big, so I want to make them smaller. I wish I could find some of these. Wish they'd had some on sale that were like a quarter size. I call this a half size, so I wish I'd had been like in half of this. But I'll just keep watch out. I know I've seen them at Target. I just would have liked to have found them cheaper. Joann, I was out with my sister the other day, and they had their paper 10 for 2. I think it's still that price through today. It was a doorbuster, so I couldn't use my $10 rewards there because it's no good on doorbusters. So I bought this one, which is Lilac Swirl. This one I knew I was about out of, and I hadn't been able to find it. I thought maybe it had been discontinued, but I'm wondering, maybe I bought it at Michael's. Because I think it was on clearance when I bought it. And now Joann's is carrying it. It's bankroll. It's got kind of a shininess to it. And then I knew I was about out of this one too. It's called Quicksand. And then I got my Totally-Tiffany order. The first thing I got is actually being provided to me as part of the Totally-Tiffany troop. It's the embossing station. I will be doing an unboxing and review of this item. So be watching for that. And then on National Scrapbook Day, they had a sale. I wasn't going to order, but I've had this item on my list for a while. The crop seat. Now, I don't go to crops. I think it would be amazing to use if you did, but I'm just going to use it, hopefully use it on my chair here at home. I'm hoping I can make it work. My chair's kind of an odd, it's got the arms, so I'm hoping I can make it work. So I will probably be trying to do a review of this as well. This one will just be kind of on my own because I did pay for this item, but I want to do some reviews of different Totally-Tiffany items because I really like her items, so I'd like to kind of share some information on it. And then if you spent $35, you got free shipping, so it was actually cheaper for me to add a couple more things to my cart and not pay the shipping. And I think everything I bought was on sale. Possibly not the punch pack, but it was on National Scrapbook Day, so it may have been. I bought the 2-inch punch pack. I have some of the 1.5 and one of the 1 and 1. I have some of the 1 inch and some of the 1.5 inch. I might only have 1.5 inch, but I want some of each size, and I want to see which punches. I know I'm probably going to need more, but I want to see which punches have to go into which size and figure out how many I'm going to need. That might be something I look into buying at Scrapbook Expo. And then I didn't have any of the Simply Squared pages because when I placed my order for pages, this one was out of stock. So I went ahead and added that to it so I would have that. And that's all I've got to share. I do have another Tiffany order coming. She had grab bags again, so when that comes, I will do an unboxing and share what was inside of it. Now with those, everybody gets a little bit different items when you order the grab bag, but it kind of gives you an idea of how much they put in them, because they just make up the boxes, and then when they're ordered, they randomly grab a box, so they don't know who's getting what. Anyways, that is all I have to share. I've had a rough week. I went to the doctor last week. I think it was last week, yeah, because it was the 13th, up in Madison, and my blood pressure was high. My blood pressure is never high. It's either right about normal or even a little low. So they took it like 2 or 3 times, and they're like, you need to recheck with your doctor at home because it shouldn't be this high. That's something we're going to have to, keep an eye on. So I made an appointment with my doctor because I also had to get some blood work done here anyway. So, which she came in, she seen me on her day off. I'm like, I can just make it another day. It's fine. I just thought since I was coming in for the blood work, I would just take care of the recheck. I said, I really only need to see a nurse. It doesn't have to be one, technically her nurse, just a nurse to check it. And she says, oh, it's my day off, so it's all my nurse's day off. But I got to go in to check messages. So if you're there, if you're going to be there when I'm there, I'll see you. And so she put me in for a point when I came in, and I said to him, they're like, she's off today. And I'm like, no, she said she was going to put me in. She goes, oh, yeah, you are right there on the schedule. So she checked it, and it was high. The nurse that took care of me checked it, and then the doctor came in and talked to me and checked it again. Still high. So she sent me over for an EKG, and that came out normal. But she said sometimes your blood pressure, if it's elevated, can affect the EKG. So I have to go back and have it checked again in a few weeks and probably do another EKG, and we'll decide from there whether we're going to do a stress test or not. I've had stress tests before and they've come out fine, but I have chest pain frequently. But, like I said, they've checked the heart. They've said it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. So they don't know what's causing the chest pain or the shortness of breath. And so I've just been ignoring it because, I can't go to... And the rheumatologist asked me that. I said, well, I can't go to the doctor every time I have chest pain. I'd have to move into the either ER or the doctor's office. So I'm thinking I might even tell her even if it's back normal. I've been checking it at home and it seems to bounce around. I had kind of stopped checking it at home because it was always, in the 120s and in the 80s, usually the lower of each of them. And so I just kind of stopped taking it because I'm like, this is silly to keep taking it when it's always the same. When she took the one number, and then she took it again after the EKG, and she goes, it's still elevated. One of them, when she took it, she goes, well, I have good news and bad news. Your top number's down, but your bottom number's up. So, and then the last reading they took, it was 150 over 100. So that's not good. So I don't know where we'll be. And I just haven't been feeling well either. And I don't know if it's related to the blood pressure, if it's related to my illness. Because, like I said to the doctors, I said, I haven't had a day without pain in over 7 years. I mean, some days are worse than others. Some days it's not bad. I can tolerate it. It's, my threshold for pain has gotten greater. And sometimes I think I'm in more pain than I think I am because I'm so used to it now that you kind of just, a part of your brain just kind of shuts off feeling it. I don't know how else to describe it, but that's kind of how it is. So I don't know where we're going to end up here. Like I said, it's a few more weeks and then I go back. I do know if she sends me to a cardiologist, I'm going to, I want a different one than I seen the last time they sent me to one, because they ran an echocardiogram then, and that doctor told me everything's normal, no problem. And then when I got up to the specialist in Madison, the first thing they said to me is, you've had an abnormal echocardiogram. And I'm like, what? He says, yeah, you were borderline for pulmonary hypertension. And I'm like, you need, it's not really anything to worry about at this point, but you need to recheck it. And I'm like, well, they didn't tell me this. Why? And he goes, well, maybe they didn't want you to worry. And I'm like, yeah, but you just said I need to recheck it. How can I recheck it if I don't know it's a problem? So, and I even pulled out his report and I could see where the numbers were elevated by doing some research and finding out, what they were supposed to be. But it says at the bottom report, everything normal. I'm like, okay. So evidently this doctor doesn't know what he's talking about. I have since had a follow-up echocardiogram up in Madison, and that one came out fine. But it's like, I don't know. It makes you not trust going back to that doctor again after they tell you everything's fine, when in fact it was not. But anyways, I just wanted to chat a little bit. I'm still wanting to do an unboxing of the Create a Card and the Harry Potter, and I just haven't felt like doing it. Maybe there are some unboxings of both of those out there. I might take a look at that before I decide whether to do it or not. But anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.